Lisa from Truck Talks, and today I wanted to encourage you a little bit about abundance and wealth. So I don't know if you're familiar with this scripture reference, but at one point Jesus asks, what would be easier to get into, a rich man to get into heaven, or a camel through the eye of a needle? Now, for a while there was some not so great sermons on this that mentioned that, you shouldn't be rich, you should seek to be poor, give everything away because, rich men don't go to heaven, yada yada. That's actually bogus. If they did their facts, they would probably see what actually was being stated. So back in Jerusalem, when Jesus was around, it was common knowledge that there was these small, narrow inserts in the wall that a camel and its rider could actually get through if it got on its knees, and then it could actually make its way through. And that was actually a way to get through the wall, but it required them to get on their knees. So what Jesus is actually probably referring to is more of a rich man will get into heaven by being on his knees, praying, okay, having a relationship with God. So don't take that as if you're rich you're not going to heaven, or if it's a reason to avoid being prosperous, or maintaining a poverty mindset. Jesus was actually a very rich man, and he had a lot of wealthy contributors. So he had women that would support him. Even the Last Supper, the room that they were in, somebody who was wealthy, he was friends with wealthy people, actually owned that room. And at that time, a room of that size was hard to come by unless you had wealth. So he had access to a lot of things, and I believe he still wants us to be prosperous and to have abundance. And unfortunately, the culture has kind of taken on this poverty mindset as being a humble situation, and it's kind of a false thing to believe that just because you have a lack of wealth doesn't mean that you're humble, and just because you're wealthy doesn't mean that you don't understand how to give it away, or and still be smart with your money. So I would like to encourage you that if you had for some reason hidden behind the idea of being poverty and having that humble kind of thought process, or felt like you had to be very simple and wasn't allowed extravagant things because of something like that scripture and how it been taught to you, or how you've been reading it, I just want to encourage you that God really wants abundance for your life, and that's not the context that scripture was really supposed to be taken. So and I also wanted to say that if you have a dream or desire or an ability, and someone else is doing well at it, don't be discouraged by them, and don't be envious of that. Really understand that they're probably in your life to rub off on you and encourage you to grow and go after it too. It's almost like a testimony, and testimonies are almost like God's way of saying, I plan to do it again. And so just hold on to that. Really encourage the people who are being successful and going deeper, or getting better, or getting favor. I really think God's not doing it to show off and show you that you can't have it, but more or less that He's showing you that He intends to give it to you as well. So go after abundance, and be encouraged that your Father loves you, and He has designed you to excel and to be happy and full of joy. And I say that even in a time where we are definitely getting hit with financial things, between our house needing to be revamped a little bit, and from flooding, and medical bills and things. And I'm still joyful knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and God has a plan to be able to help us prosper. So you guys have a great day, and hope this helps you. And if you like these videos, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.